Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Chakras and Cuss Words. Hello, 2022, as we are wrapping into the first week of January of 2022. Many of us are sitting with our new intentions, sitting with our area of growth, and kind of sitting in our area where we're trying to find our balance. And today's episode is on that structure of manifesting, not only manifesting with our intentions as we're stepping into this new year, but manifesting with angel numbers, spirit numbers, repetitive numbers that many of us have been seeing. And let's get a little deep about the whole spirit angel number culture. Okay, so for many of us, we get this sense that we are seeing a number repetitively, and this could be a number as anything from 1 1 2 2 3 3 4 4 5 5 6 6 7 7 8 8 9900. There's actually so many numbers that we can play with. And I'm not a numerologist, so I'm not going to sit here and give you guys a study of the numbers or a numerology type of podcast. But what I'm here to share is that so many of these numbers have sacred messages and sacred, almost like little gems of divine energy that's coming our way. So when we see these numbers, many of us think, well, what does it mean? How come I see 2 2 all the time? Why, when I look at the clock, it's always 2 2 or 1 1 or 3 3 or 4 4? What does this mean? Or if we are getting change and our change is 2 2, or if we're getting a receipt and the receipt is, $3.33, or if we're constantly waking up at 3 a.m. So when we're thinking, how are we going to use these numbers and these hidden little gems to help us with manifesting? One of the best ways to do it is to analyze, what does that number mean to you? And what does that number mean to you when you are encountering it? And this can go many ways. This could go many ways with these numbers. So everybody has, I'm going to tell you, I went online and I looked for, meanings of the numbers. I have always used a lot of dates to resemble certain areas of magic or certain areas of manifesting. But I wanted to look online and I wanted to pick up some books about numerology because it is something that I think is very fascinating. And of course, there was so many different opinions. And this is really what I want to emphasize when we are talking about our spiritual awakening, our spiritual practices, and our spiritual modalities, that it is going to be different and it is going to have an area where it is our own practice, our own meaning, our own area of where we're going to pick up and learn from these numbers or hidden little gems. So, for instance, 1 1 to some people may often mean that you're giving focus on manifesting, that you're giving focus on bringing intentions within you. So, when we think of the number 1 1 and we see it maybe at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and we're thinking, well, what was I doing? What was I thinking? I was thinking maybe I wanted to start something new, or I was thinking about I needed to go on a walk today, or I was thinking I need to look at a different career path. So it is almost like that number that is saying what is within. You are your own soul, you are your own person. What is it within? And when we think of the number 222, I've heard different things, and I have read about different things about 2 2. Some people say that it is an energy number or an angel number that reemphasizes of the stop worrying, give a little token back to yourself, give an area of gratitude where you are confident. I also believe that the number 2 really resembles a high energy frequency of not only the soul, but the soul within the universe and the soul within your intuition and your intentions. So for me, the number 2 really resembles that you are trusting your intuitive state, and you're trusting your intuitions, and you are trusting your practices on what you pick up. So when I tend to see 2 2, it really resembles that trust factor that I have within, that trust factor that I'm making the right decisions, and that trust factor that I am working towards what I am attempting to achieve. And that is what 2 2 means to me. But for many people, they also see it as a portal of intuitive thinking, and also that gut feeling or that heart feeling that you might feel when you are centered on making a decision. So, a lot of times when we hear of portals, and we hear of energy sources within the universe or the cosmic energy source, we hear of these certain dates. So, for instance, I just had a date highlighted not too long ago, and that was of December 12, 12, and it was the year 2021. So when you think about that and the number 2 of all that intuition and all that intuitive practice and all that center of making the right decisions, there's a lot of energy that actually comes from that date, besides what has been known to just it being 12/12, but 12/12 is actually considered a cosmic portal of intuition and enlightenment. Also, 12/12 of December goes back to the areas of historical events in cultures such as the pagan culture, concentrated it as the day to start celebration of Yule, which was a non Christian holiday to mark embracing on the nature, the elements of the earth, the areas of the universe, and the areas of guidance without a actual religious practice or without the formulation of Christ. So it has history. And then if you were going to resemble it back to Christianity or the Catholic religion, it would be centered off of to mark the 12 days before Christmas. So 12/12 has some amazing, not only enlightenment with the universal portals, but also with the historian factors of spirituality as well. So that was one of the dates that I really decided to highlight on when I was setting my intentions. And I actually created journal prompts, which are available on my blog at Chakras Cuss Words, for you to dive into if that is something that you would like to use. And don't necessarily think that you have to use these on that date. The 12/12 portal is really a celebration of what is to come. What is it that you are concentrating on, and what is it that you are trying to bring within the new year, as it is very much centered right in the middle of December, on the mark that we will begin to embrace the new year, which is already here in 2022. So it is still time for you to start to fill out those journal prompts and see where you are trying to put that magic within for the next year. or this year of 2022. And when we think of the year 22, what a magical number again. And I know so many people were like, thought that 2021 was going to be this amazing year for them, or they thought that, we're going to get out of 2020 and say goodbye to the pandemic and say goodbye to areas of regulation and restrictions that we don't agree with, or we're going to say goodbye to this new change that was brought upon us that we don't necessarily agree with, or we're going to say goodbye to this area that isn't right for me or whatever reason. So a lot of people thought 2021 was going to be a new light. And for the most part, I think 2021, and thinking of it as almost as a journey of a transition, where it was a odd number. If you think of it from a numerology point, it was an odd number. It wasn't even. It wasn't necessarily an angel number with a pattern or a rhythm, but it was a transition. And I'll be honest, 2021 for me was a year of transition, a year of growth, and also a year of lessons. I know people did have some grief in 2021, but overall, I felt for everybody, it is different. For me, it was a year of transition and a area of where I moved forward in different directions that I was no longer centered in, and took that focus where I left the emergency room. For you guys who know, I did leave the emergency room, and I transitioned to a position that established my leadership, my authority, and also established not traditionally what I was used to. I was no longer doing bedside care as a nurse. I was doing more of a leadership role, and I'm still in the role, and I'm still transitioning. I enjoy it. But 2021 was a year for transition for me. As for everybody, it is different. And the reason why I really wanted to do this topic about the angel numbers for the beginning of the year for 2022 is because when we are setting our intentions for this year, and so many astrologers, so many numerologists, so many spiritual people see the year as 2022 as a year of embracing our intuition, stepping out of that knowledge base formula that many of us have been pre-designed to function in everyday activity, and stepping into a new process that brings our intuitive process into growth. And I do think that this year is going to have a lot of awakening moments for many people. I do think this is almost going to be the year of the start of the spiritual revolution, as some might say, a area where people are seeing that their normal everyday traditions may not have been working for them, saying goodbye to old practices that maybe have been letting us feel very boxed in. With 2020, we broke out of that box. And it was a forceful break. Many of us started to question a lot of things, and I don't want to get into like the pandemic or social issues, because our values for what's right for us might not necessarily be our values, what is right for others, or is right for a community or a population. So when we think of when we broke out of this box standard of 2020, what was it that we were breaking out of? What was it that we were journeying away from? We were journeying away from the thought that life is expected and life is acknowledged in a tradition or everyday base. And a lot of it is saying, not no more. Life is valued with what is meaningful for you and what is meaningful for the people around you and what is meaningful for your legacy and what it is that you want to leave here on this planet. So to continue to talk about the angel numbers, and a lot of people say in the brace of their spiritual awakening, and if that what 2022 resembles for many people is the brace of their spiritual awakening, you will hear the waking up at 3 a.m. or 3:30 a.m., the 3-3. And 3-3 for some people resembles the witching hour. I heard of I've heard some stuff. I'm telling you, when you are hot on these internet streets of spirituality and listening to other people's views and listening to other people's thought processes, you wake up at 3-3, there's probably a spirit in your room, or you wake up at 3-3, that's the gates that heaven open up, or you wake up at 3-3, that's the gates that hell opens up. There are so many analogies or opinions about what these numbers mean. And you have to think of, what does the number mean to me? What does the number mean to me? For 3-3, I personally believe the number, and if you're waking up at 3-3, I personally believe that number is a meaning of magic and a meaning of stepping into your mind at the unconscious state of what we've been taught to see as a normal formula for us. It's, to me, also the mind, the spirit, and the actual body movement. So a lot of times, if I wake up at 3 a.m. and I can't go back to bed, because I'll be honest, if I'm waking up at 3, honey, I'm trying to take my ass back to bed. I am not trying to stay up and do any type of anything, because most likely I want to get my sleep. And so I'm trying to take my butt back to bed. And if I can't take my butt back to bed, then yes, I will get up and either journal, create, or meditate. So it is a time to contemplate on what it is that you are bringing forward and what it is that you would like to achieve. So if you wake up at 3 and you're like, Aunt Sally, is that you, honey? Don't be waking me up at this time. It might not be Aunt Sally. It might be your own mind, body, and spirit telling you to listen to the aspects that's bringing you along and listen to what it is that you want to contemplate and create. And for 4-4, I have always seen as such a guided number of angel presence. And when I think of 4-4, if it's the luck of the 4 and the fortune, or the luck of beautiful pathways in different directions, but 4-4 is a surrender to your good fortune and a surrender to your divine. So if it is almost like the angels are telling you you are in the right direction, you are moving forward, to me, I see it as a trusting factor of what it is to be holding space on this beautiful planet, to be holding space in this beautiful center with our families and with our people that we love. And where are we holding this space and our focus at? 5-5 for many people means that there's a new direction coming. There's a new change coming. There's a new embrace coming. It's coming forward in a message. It's coming forward in a journey. I also feel that 5-5 also is that sign of saying, don't be scared to step out of your comfortable area. 5-5, when you think about it, it is that time where it's really either early in the morning or it's that time where you're probably settling down. So think of it as a new area to hold space, a new area to see a message, a new area to take a path. It might be that saying like that little saying, it's okay to say, hey, I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to be in this relationship anymore. I don't want to be in this job anymore. I don't want to be on this career path, or I don't like this class I'm taking. I want something different. And if you're seeing 5-5 a lot, maybe you've already been thinking about it, and this is just giving you that recognition that yes, it's okay. So I just want to do a little quick shout out to this podcast's sponsor, Jade Pearls, who is located out in the Central Valley, who brings crochet goods made with love and devotion, as I am wearing a very cozy headband on that is very fun and vibrant, and it's keeping my ears quite warm on this cold winter day, even though there's some beautiful light. But I just want to give a shout out to this podcast sponsor. And she has even given me this fun F-bomb for chakras and cuss words. It's a flying F-bomb. So if I drop an F-bomb, don't be fucking surprised. And it is crocheted, soft, and fuzzy. So check her out. All her links are going to be in the podcast notes for people who are into having warm and cozy ears and dropping some fucking F-bombs. Check out Jade Pearls, located in Modesto and the Central Valley of California. So thank you, Jade. I love this. So dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. We are going to talk about 6-6. Did she just say it? Oh my goodness. Don't you say that number around here. 6-6. Okay. Okay, people. Come on. Get it together. So growing up as a young Catholic woman, so you guys already know, my house was, I am Catholic based. If we are going to talk about religion and, what these numbers mean in traditional fashion, yes, I am Catholic based. I'm baptized. My children were baptized. I do believe in God, for people who are like, oh, is she, a witch, a Satan worshiper, or she must hang out with the devil on weekends? Honey, that's only on some Fridays, okay? Okay, so 6-6, as many of you guys know, it is the number of the devil. It's the number of Satan. Lucifer himself has created this number. So if you see it, don't freak out. Okay. That's what society has taught us to believe. That is what religion has taught us to believe. That is what many of us has taught us to believe, that if 6-6 comes around, if we accidentally see it on a car license plate, somebody writes it, they must be hanging out with the big old bad mamma jamma Satan himself, honey. Well, let me tell you, that is not what that number means. I'm just going to tell you right now. So when I see 6-6 or it comes to my center, I really like to think of what is it saying to me to refocus on. It's a reminder that this is a experience that we are taught to believe is a certain way. So 6 to me might be something that I have been using a lot of limiting self beliefs with maybe some of my content, or if I'm seeing 6 or I'm seeing these shadowy elements, that it might mean that I need to do some more reflection on myself, some more reflection on my own criticizing of myself, and some reflection that we can only make this experience, this human body experience, as enlightened as we want it to be. We can make it as shadowy as we want it to be. And we can make it dark. We can make it light. We can make it exactly what we want it to be. So look at what possibly could be blocking you, or what could be possibly creating that fear. And when I see 6 and people say, oh my gosh, she has 666 followers on her Instagram, honey, quick, follow her so we can break this. So people don't see this number anymore. Oh my goodness. It's a message of look within your own fears and figure how to eliminate them from your thought process. So let's get on a number that isn't going to get everybody all wound up and make you follow a stranger just because she got 6 followers. Let's talk about 7. Okay, 7. 7, just like society has taught us, 7 is a very lucky number. 7 is an extremely lucky number. It's a spiritual number. It's a number based off luck and prosperity and magic. And honey, you hit 7 at the bingo hall, hitting them slot machines at at the casino, you're gonna win. And that's what it means in I would say in productivity of everyday life. So if you see 7, let you know there's some luck beside you. Luck is ultimately right kind of in your pathway. So go ahead, take a little faith in your luck, take a little faith in your journey, and take a little faith in your area of working towards whatever it is you want to work for. Maybe buy a scratcher ticket, bet somebody on a trivia game, but you got luck right there waiting for you to tap into it. And let's see, 8. The number 8. And I'm going to tell you this. Okay, so I was born on the 7th. And I do think 7 is a beautiful number. And I think it's a very lucky number. But for whatever reason, as a child, I had a strong intuition and a strong devotion to the number 8. I still am not 100% sure why. I don't have a strong memory that resembles that number, but I remember as a child playing with numbers and remember thinking if there was going to be any number I wanted to be, it would be the number 8. And 8 resembles a lot. If you turn it around, it's the infinity sign. It resembles divine wealth. And I'm all about it, honey. Bring me the money, honey. So when I heard that 8 stands for abundance and financial prosperity, of keeping yourself in what you desire, what you work for, your true message, your infinitive process, I'm all about it. Give me that 8, honey. 888. 888. Let me see it all day. 888. Somebody should make a rap song. 888. Hey, hey, hey. I don't know. Okay. So 888. Financial divine presence of abundance. So 888, if it's rolling through and you're having a thought about creating some t-shirts, or you're having a thought about creating some supplemental income, sustainable income that is a little extra, maybe it's a podcast, maybe it's a blog, honey, maybe you want to buy some real estate, and the house has 888 in the address or 888 on the loan document, you are making some right decisions. You see 888 on a license plate as you're driving into work, you are making some money moves. So I'm all for it. 888. 999. You are stepping into that area where you're getting a calling of something. It is a calling of something bigger that you are getting a desire to come full focus to, almost like a completion, a strategy, a area of a unit that's a square, and now it's being completed. So when I hear of 99, it is not it's not 6 upside down, okay? Woohoo, I said the word again. It's not that. 99 is really stepping into the next level of completion. It's really saying to you, what is it that you are ready to complete? What is it that you've been holding out on doing? And go ahead and complete it and start it. Start it, complete it, lock it, key. It's fucking done, honey. You're magic. 99. Okay, and here we go. 0, 0, 0. New beginnings, baby. New growth, new intentions, new. Everything is really working on the new, the possibilities. I also see 0 resembles the moon to me. It resembles the signs of just new growth. I mean, when we think of 0, 0, the more zeros before that decimal point, bring it my way. So 0, 0, new beginnings, fresh start, taking it in, being one with your journey, being one with your present state. 0, 0. So that's just a little cap on some of these triple digit angel numbers and how you can use them towards manifesting, towards setting intentions, towards clarity and recognition. Also, there is some amazing astrology coming this way. As I already have said before, I'm not an astrologer. I am an astrologer lover, and I do offer astrology focused tarot readings, but I'm still not confident enough to call myself an astrologer. And maybe after 5 years, I'll say, I'm an astrologer, honey. But right now, I'm an astrology lover. So there's some amazing astrology coming this new year. In 2022, we have, I'm just going to let you guys know, we have the Saturn in Aquarius, which really kind of highlights some of our challenges and obstacles and areas to work on. We also have the Jupiter and Pisces conjunction, which is amazing because Jupiter is the planet of luck, and Pisces really establishes that spirituality, that magic, that area of growth, and where we're going to be very lucky. And then it kind of does that for the beginning of the year. And then Pisces Jupiter jumps out of Pisces and goes into Aries, which is going to be another area that's very lucky. A little bit more intense, as people know that Aries is a fire sign. So that's going to be some fun areas to really step it up and maybe also do a pivot. If some of us are thinking about pivoting in a different direction, that'd be a great time to work on that. Also, there is the Venus retrograde that we're currently in, which kind of could be bringing up some old emotions about relationships. And then we have the return of Pluto, which is quite interesting. And I want to see what Pluto brings. I want to see what's going to happen with this return of Pluto, the mighty planet, who has been I guess you could say, out of the universe or out of our galaxy or our solar system for over 240 years or 200 years. So the return of Pluto, and well, many of us have not experienced Pluto. Businesses, long-standing businesses have, countries have. Well, I don't know. Is there a business that's 240 years? Yeah, there probably isn't. Countries have, areas of growth. Cultures have. So I'm really interested in this return of Pluto, and it is something that I'm excited about bringing new acknowledgement about and knowledge to everybody. As always, the chakra system is absolutely amazing. And when we are thinking about the year 2022 and what chakra should we be working on and what chakra should we really be picking up energy with, I'm going to go ahead and say the fucking F-bomb, the third eye. Yes, stepping into your intuition and stepping into your magic. Your number one chakra to pick it all up would be your third eye. Don't let it hinder your crown. Let that light be open. Let that energy source be open. And for everybody who has not subscribed to my blog, I will be giving out a sun wheel for you. So go ahead and subscribe to chakrascusswords.com, my blog, and get your sun wheel. I'm also going to have a blog post on how to use it, what it means, how you can use it throughout the year. Yeah, so it's going to be a great little tool for people who are into astrology, how to learn to use it. And as always, thank you guys so much for tuning in. You guys are my little starlights. You are my star beams. You make my life and my Mondays so much more happier and joyful, sharing this knowledge and this perspective of the universe being one within us and working as a divine energy source. And I just want to thank my listeners, thank my followers. You guys are truly, truly amazing. And thank you so much. And I can't wait to bring 2022 to you guys in high frequency chakra and cuss words form. And everybody have an amazing Monday. Bye.